Two, one.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning into the Silly Goose Sports Talk. I am Big T.
And I am Skippy before we begin today's episode. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because that's us bringing you sports news. Let's get right into it, boys. Now, I'm tired. So we have Big
You
T's
slept in
leg
again. That's
dying.
okay.
Hey, by 19 minutes this time.
Hey, at least it's not an hour. It's fine.
Yeah.
It would be a funny podcast thing for a 1 year anniversary if we got you a Silly Goose alarm clock.
It just starts honking. That'd be great.
Oh yeah.
So we had so apparently you had an infection.
Oh yes, indeed. But that was not a dangerous infection. It was a ghost infection caused by the stitches in my knee. So they got rid of those, and then yeah, everything was okay. Also, I got this like thingy thing. This thing, it like helps me walk on it a little bit. Like, look, I can bend it a little bit. Look.
Nice.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the knee is recovering.
Well, yeah. We also had a dance Saturday, I believe.
Yes, indeed.
That was
and,
tiring.
We have. It was fun though. We'll talk about the happenings there more in Big T's NASCAR minutes. So that was fun.
Yeah, I also got flipped.
Oh yeah, that was fun. That was really funny.
Yeah, one of our friends flipped me because I'm trying to learn to get flipped by someone else, but I needed to know how it was gonna work first. Yeah. We didn't do it perfectly, but he didn't drop me.
You got to work on the landing, but everything else was good.
I put 100% in, and I didn't die. So
that's good. That's good.
I threw my back into it, and I'm still alive. So
even with my crutch, I was still able to dance a little bit. That was nice.
You know, the broomstick dance, that was weird.
Oh yeah, that's the reject. Get rejected, then reject.
So basically, the broomstick.
It's our lives in a nutshell, practically.
So basically, it's weird. Everyone gets in a line, boys on one side, girls on one side, and there's a boy or girl in the middle with a broom, and then whatever, two girls, two boys have to stand around them, and basically it's really dumb. Whoever's in the middle of the broom has to hand it to one of the girls or one of the boys, and then run down with them. It's just weird.
There's one guy who was bragging about his streak of how many times he got the broom.
Oof.
And that's a Chad. That's a Chad.
That's not Donnie, my boy.
Yeah,
my boy got it. We went against each other 4 times. I never got the broom, thankfully. But
I went 6-2. I only got the broom twice, but that was as a joke, I think. But when I didn't get it, I think the only reason I didn't get it was because I was the crippled guy on crutches. So
was it both from friends?
Yeah, I got the sympathy card, so I won.
Nice. Also, Pogwood Derby that same day, and I bring you the Keep on Honking car.
Yeah.
Look how beautiful it is. If you can't see it on camera, then
come to YouTube and give us another view or two.
I don't know what you're gonna do, but figure it out, kid. Also, I won second best name with Keep on Honking. So nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right. On another topic, we got a lot of sports to jump right into this week.
Yeah. Penguins, which a lot of stuff here. So out of the break, the Penguins dropped 6-1 to the Devils, which was nice. They bounced back over the weekend though on back-to-back games with a 10-0 win over the Rangers and a 3-2 win.
1-0. That could not be 10-0.
1-0, sorry. Over the Rangers in a 3-2 win at Columbus with a backup goalie D. Smith having a great bounce back game from the last time in Columbus when he only had 20 minutes. So yeah. Power play has been great since 2022. They rank first in goal/game and second in success rate with a 28.96%. which is much better than the Capitals.
Actually, the Caps power play has been really gotten back on track recently. All right, the Caps, they choke on their own spit in the first game back from the All-Star break and look really, really, really rusty in a 4-1 loss to the Rangers. To the Rangers' credit, though, that was Igor Shesterkin's night, and nobody but Ovechkin was going to be able to score on him. Then the Caps, they go on to lose 2-1 to the Flyers. The lone goal being an Oshie power play tally. Power play is back, but everything else is trash now. The Caps then dropped to the Maple Leafs 5-3. However, Vitek Vanacek returned from the injury list and was strong, so Washington has at least a glimpse of life. We're now on a 6-game losing streak at home, and we've dropped 6 points behind the third-place Rangers, but we still hold a 10-point lead on the Blue Jackets for the last playoff spot. Power play scored in 5 straight games. And another thing we got to mention is that Tom Wilson got 2 goals last night, and that was pretty good. And I haven't seen a replay because I was listening to it on the radio, but there were quite a few fights at the end of that game last night, and we'll get some more of that. Oh, what's this? Producer last week, I didn't say Gretzky was only known for goals. What's this? Skippy, are you dying?
Yeah, sorry, I'm zoning out here. Yes,
you fell asleep.
Yes, I'm mentally falling asleep.
I don't think I said that Gretzky was only for goals. I said that goals were like a major part of his life. I don't know if I directly said that Gretzky was only known for goals. I might have implied that, but I don't think I ever necessarily. Gretzky stuff. Yeah, Gretzky is good, but Gordie Howe is the GOAT. That's my take on it. Other NHL, horrible goaltending, but it was a heck of a show. The Maple Leafs beating the Red Wings 10-7. Did you ever see that replay? That was fun.
Yeah, I'll be talking about that more in Potato League.
All right.
But NFL, nothing really. We have Washington Commanders with no name yet. Still,
no good name. We haven't had
Steelers
a good name.
continuing to interview the potential GM candidates.
All right.
Baseball. You can take that one.
All right. So negotiations between the owners and the Players Association. They initially had the deadline for yesterday, but they were negotiating late into the night at like 2 a.m. And they called that off, but they moved the deadline to 5 p.m. today. And they're gonna start talking.
You want baseball?
Yes, I want baseball. The Nats, I mean, yeah, the Nats are gonna be trash, but that's okay. I'd rather have them lose than not play at all. Actually, you know what? Is it better for them to lose, or is it better for them not play at all?
Lose.
Yeah.
So at least we can improve.
Yeah. And why is this Google Doc? Oh, here we go. Okay, so that's all we got for baseball. And for basketball, we have the Wizards. The Wizards come back from the All-Star break with the double overtime thriller versus the Spurs. I mean, that game was absolutely amazing. Even though the Wizards lost 157 to 153, it was a team effort with 7 Wizards scoring in double figures, with Kyle Kuzma leading the way, totaling 36 points. And that game was amazing. Wizards go on to lose to the Cavaliers the next night, but Kuzma had a career night. So, I mean, once the Wizards can get Kristaps Porzingis, I mean, this season's done. Yeah. But a build-up for next year is looking pretty good with Daniel Gafford. You got to have Rui Hachimura. You got Corey Kispert, Danny Avdia. Those guys, I think you're going to see a lot of improvement next year. And that's all we got for basketball.
So, NCAA basketball, spoiler alert, none of our teams are looking amazing for the tourney. Virginia, we lose a heartbreaker to Florida State and Duke this week. The last game of the season is Saturday versus Louisville for the conference tournament, so ouch.
Yeah. Virginia Tech had a 4-point win versus Georgia Tech, and then an absolute miracle comeback versus Miami to stay alive in the conference hunt. So,
Penn State won versus Northwestern, then lost 23 to Nebraska. So ouch.
Georgetown has 18 losses in a row. They haven't won since December 15th. Or Turkeys.
Yeah. VCU, 2 more wins this week versus Mason and UMass. 13-3 in the conference. The region's best shot making it to the big dance.
Yes, sir. And George Mason lost to VCU. They bounced back versus GW. They're 7-7 in the conference. And I think we didn't put on the list. Maryland, the Terps.
They got the dad jokes. Keep them entertained.
All right, yeah. So Maryland, they last Monday they had their Taylor Swift night, which was actually really cool, and I kind of wanted to go to that, but they had that looked really cool. Then they won 67-61 versus Penn State. Then they lost to Indiana 74-64. But then Sunday night they go and thump Ohio State, a ranked team, 75-60. I don't see Maryland going to the tourney, but if something happens in the Big Ten tournament, if they pull off a miracle, I wouldn't pick them to win, but I wouldn't want to mess with them necessarily. And that's all we got for basketball. What's up?
Yes, dad jokes. All right. Jimmy, how many feet are in a yard?
All 3.
Depends on how many people are standing in it.
Oh my gosh.
How does a moon cut his hair?
How?
Eclipse it. How was Rome split in 2?
How?
With a pair of Caesars.
I like that one.
How does a cucumber become a pickle?
How?
We used these ones last week. It goes for a charring experience. I think we used that one last time.
Did we? I think so.
I don't know. How does Darth Vader like his toast?
How?
On the dark side. Yeah, I think we used to pick one before, but whatever. You guys get 2 in a row. Congratulations.
Yeah, that Caesar one, I like that one.
That was kind of funny.
Yeah, so
Big T's wasting a minute, boys.
Yeah, so
also minor league NASCAR. Just saying, is that on your Big T?
Hmm? What?
No, it's not. In the minor league NASCAR, we almost witnessed a guy dying.
Well, yeah, we're gonna talk about the Xfinity Series.
Okay.
We were at a dance, so we didn't see the whole thing. I only caught a short replay afterwards.
We only were able to watch. We were only really able to watch.
Yeah, we thought we. Yeah, well, did we even actually catch the end? Because we caught a couple overtimes, but there was all after the big wreck.
No, we did actually catch the actual end.
Yeah, we dipped after Brandon Jones hitting the barrels. If those barrels weren't there, that could have been really, really bad. Yeah. And glad he's okay. Cole Custer ended up winning that race, so good for Custer. And on the Cup Series side, in practice, a lot of cars had trouble. And then last week's winner, Austin Cindric, wins the pole. So Tyler Reddick dominated until he got caught up in a wreck late. So unfortunate for him. Chase Elliott hit the wall early while leading, came back to battle for the lead, then got doored by his teammate. And Larson ended up winning at the end after Daniel Suarez put up a really good fight. Did you see the end of that Cup race?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really wanted Daniel Suarez to get. I mean, I'm a Hendrick Motorsports fan, but I was a little bit bitter from that. I tend to go with Larson.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like, it's the year of the bad teammate, I guess, because last week you saw last week how the guy who won the Cindric, he bumped his teammate into the wall, and then Larson did the same thing, well, just in a corner. What's going to happen next week? You're going to see Austin Dillon taking out Tyler Reddick for the win at Vegas? I mean,
who knows? I mean, it is the city of sins, so.
Yeah, and I have Larson winning this week from this coming week in my predictions. So
my boy Martin Truex did do too amazing yesterday.
Yeah, all the Toyotas had a problem, but we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah.
And
F1.
also on the racing,
Never
there's nothing
mind.
in F1, but in IndyCar, you had the IndyCar season debut this week, and Scott McLaughlin gets his first win at St. Petersburg, so good
Nice.
for him. And
Yeah.
that's all we got for racing this week.
Now it's time
NASCAR, we
to
have Vegas.
almost send this off with potato of the week. Now, potato of the week, the
Yes, sir.
goalies in the Maple Leafs Red Wings game. Like, how do you let what was it? 10-7? How
Total
do you
of
let
17
17 goals in one game? You
I mean,
nincompoops. This
they
is your
don't have to
living,
be.
and you let 10 goals in. What do you do?
I mean, that was a once in a lifetime kind of game. Like for the people watching, me watching a replay, that was fun. That I really enjoyed that.
Did they get new goalies? Like what the heck?
Yeah, they ended up like Toronto like switched their goalies out like twice or something like that, and then like, I don't know how many
That's absurd.
Detroit did. I mean, but that was fun though. Like 10-7. That's we're never gonna see that again. Last time I've seen anything close to that was like an 8-5 showdown. It was the Caps versus the Kings a couple years ago.
Yeah, it's kind of wacky. Now, welcome to the week. We have the Toyotas for they did not have a great day.
Yeah, but I did look at the leaderboard, and some of them did end up coming back to finish in the top 15. So they kept on trying, but it was not a good day nonetheless.
And my guy was in top 10 for a little bit.
Did he get caught up in a wreck? I don't remember.
Maybe he did actually.
I know Chase got caught
Job
up.
of the week we have Vladimir Putin for obvious reason. We're not gonna extend too much on that one. But you know,
we're not
sweet potato of the week. We're gonna have my mom for coming up with most of our. See, for some, we always win really good names.
Because this your year, mom that does that?
No, it's normally a group effort, but we always have pretty good puns for everyone. So I keep on honking. My sister Erin,
the voice of reason.
The voice of reason. Whoops. Hopefully she doesn't get mad. Whatever. She had get to the point. My little sister had the Mighty Manatee, which is it's okay. And then my sister, my older sister, had a pickle car, and it was the real dill.
I like that. That's funny.
Yeah, so she actually won first name. I won second, and there was another arrow that won Achilles. That was called Achilles' Demise. That one. So
nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes, sir. And that's all we have for. Actually, no. We have a silly goose of the week. It's lower than everyone else. That's weird. Silly goose of the week. We have
Evgeny Malkin.
With his game-winning goal versus the Rangers, moved him to second place on the all-time list for the Penguins. This was the 75th in his career, and he's only 3 behind the place leader, Jaromir Jagr.
Yeah, nice.
Jaromir Jagr, baby.
Man, that was like Adam. That was.
I'm never gonna.
I know, yeah, but that was the way he was laughing. That was funny. I think he really got a kick out of that.
I'm checking with my sister to make sure that she's okay with the name.
This week in the Big T's music notes, the top 5. Number 5, we have "To Be Loved by You" by Parker McCollum. It's a newcomer in the country world. He had that single "Pretty Heart" last summer. Yeah, it was summer 2020, I think. Number 4, we got "Thinking About You" by Dustin Lynch and Mackenzie Porter. Number 3, we got "One Mississippi" by Kane Brown. That was charging up the charts. Number 2, "Half of My Hometown" by Kelsey Ballerini and Kenny Chesney. And finally, at number 1, we have "Sand in My Boots" by Morgan Wallen. That one's had a long ride up to the top. When that album came out, it was that and 4 or 5 other songs that were like, all right, I know that these are going to be on radio, and I've already gotten 3 of those. So yeah.
Interesting. All right, everybody, that's seems sorry if we've been very tired this episode, but our apologies. Now, boys, we're reaching 50th anniversary, so make sure.
Not 50th, and we're not that old. 50 episodes, right?
50 episode, and then I believe it's 2 episodes after we have our 1 year. which is probably more important. So we're not going to celebrate 50 episodes too much. But 1 year is coming up, boys.
Yeah, 1 year anniversary.
We are at 67 something. So if we could even get close to 100, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, so y'all just share this episode with your friends.
Make sure to like,
please.
Subscribe, and boys, we will
share with
see
a friend.
you all
Share with
next
a friend,
week.
please.
Timmy, keep on honking.